Hey everybody, this is Grace, and this video, well, I'm going to talk about narcissistic people and when they want to take their problems out on you. It's been a while since I've dedicated some time to making videos on this topic. I got kind of burned out for a while there, and but I'm feeling this one, and I don't know if I ever made a video on this topic, but something similar. The same topic, wait, let me say it this way. Same topic, but not the same thing, I don't think. That made no sense whatsoever, did it? Okay, maybe same topic, different situations. There you go. But anyway, like I said, it's been a while. But they want to take their problems out on you. Like say, and some would see this as, oh, it's not passive aggression. It's displacement. Some would say displacement. Some would say there are so many different ways you can put this type of behavior, really categorize it as. But say, for example, you know, let's say you're a woman in a marriage to a man, and he is the one that wants to take his troubles out on you. Pardon the blinker. Say he goes to work, he has an argument with his boss, and you know, like the boss just tells him that, you know, like maybe he's in Cubeville, you know, a bunch of cubes, that he works in that area. His boss tells him that his area is just too messy, and you know yourself that he is a very messy person, and he doesn't like to clean up anything. He doesn't like to organize things. He just likes it wherever, even though it might take him longer to find anything. He doesn't care. He's just not going to clean. He's not going to straighten up, nothing like that. Organize, So his boss says that to him, you know, but you don't know that. He doesn't call you and say, well, yeah, my boss gave me an ultimatum and, you know, something like that. But instead, he comes home and he tells you, as if it's your job, that the house is not clean enough, or maybe your desk isn't clean enough at home, your table, your whatever. He's going to find something, and he's going to say pretty much the same as what was told to him. Okay, like I said, he was told his cube at work wasn't clean enough, his desk wasn't clean enough, you know, so he's going to take it out on you. Okay, he takes it away from himself, projects it onto you, that you are doing it, but you don't know that that's what was going on behind the scenes. Later on, he might tell you, might. Now, some would say this is a narcissistic person. Some would say it's not. Some, you know, I'm not here to diagnose, you know, and but the behavior, some would say, are. So whatever it is, he is doing that to you, and each and every time that he throws a Tasmanian devil kind of fit, you know, just starts calling you names, starts saying how filthy you are when you're not a filthy person, when you're not you are organized, you are clean, you are whatever. You don't have to be perfect, of course, but he puts it out there that you are, and even though you know better, you're not. You know, he's going to continue until he gets all that frustration out of him. All of that, you know, as much as he can, at least, before you maybe walk out the door and all that, or leave him, whatever it is. But he's going to continue until he feels, you know, it's all out of him. So it's left on you, you see? You know, you're going to feel miserable. You might feel, you know, all these really negative and have negative reactions, and those could possibly even last for years or the rest of your life, you know, because some of these, they will do it. One size doesn't fit in all in any of this, and they don't all do the same thing, but they might, once they realize, hey, they can do that, they do it on you, or they'll have somebody else they're going to do it to, whatever is the case, you know, like I said, one size doesn't fit all, but they'll continue. If the ones that continue, they will. And before you know it, you may feel that your whole person, your whole personality, who you are, everything about you, has been ripped to shreds by this person, by him, ripped to shreds. You know, and like I say, if it is, especially if it goes on for years after years, one time is bad enough. Just once is bad enough. Okay. Anyway, I don't think I gave it that exact example before, or situations or something like that. But it can be devastating to some people. It, you know, like I said, one size doesn't fit all in any of this, because some people, it's a good enough reason, you know, to leave forever and say, that's it. You know, one time strike, I'm not going to wait till strike 3. I'm out of there. Just one time somebody does that. And it can be your spouse. It could be somebody, a boss at work, somebody at work. You know, whether it's your boss, your supervisor, a co-worker, whatever. And they think that they can do that. Some people, I'm not giving anybody any advice. Read the disclaimers in the description box below this video on YouTube. But some people, they would say, I'm out of here totally. No way would I ever allow somebody to speak to me that way, to think that, or even report them. You know, especially if they're very aggressive and they frighten you, you know, because of their aggression. Okay. Turn this air conditioner down some. But now we all know about the things like people when they turn it around and blame the victim. You know, this what I just mentioned is different. But I just had an experience with that. I went to a place and they were having so much problem getting my order right. You know, it was the drive-through. I had to repeat it several times, and I'm like, really? Okay. And then at the end of it, I said, no, what you have on that board is wrong. And so we had to go through it again. Okay, I mean, I don't know how many times. And no. So I got to the window, and I told him, I said, make sure you mark, you know, the one that is different. The one burger that is different. And sure enough, when I got there, I said, now will you tell me which one is the different one, because they were both marked like the same, and you can't understand what in the world that mark meant. And she said, she talked to the other woman that cooked, and she said, well, we thought you had said you didn't want that on both of them at first. I said, didn't we go through this? And she said, yeah, I understand that you said that, but so they had already marked it. I'm like, what the crap? They had already marked it, so they went ahead and used the one that they had already marked on the wrapper thing, the wrap to it. And oh my goodness, what? How idiotic! I mean, really, because they'd already marked it, because they thought I had said at first. No, wait a minute. She goes, we thought at first what you said was this. And that's when I said, didn't we go through all this already? She said, yeah, well, yeah, but, yeah, I said, no. They were trying to blame it on me, so find some way that it does not make any sense to mark both of them in the first place. You see? There's only 2 burgers. How can you screw up 2? Okay, it makes no sense to mark them both the same. If they're both the same, why would they mark them that? Oh my goodness. It was like, wow. And I was nice. I was nice the whole time out. But at the end I said, and I was still nice, I said, y'all need to get it together. And I left. How dare they? Seriously. They screwed up big time. I mean, what is this? It just boggles the mind. It just boggles the mind how they can do that and then try to blame the customer for what they were doing wrong all along. I mean, seriously. But that's another one. They want to take it out on you in a different way, you know, not like the person who's throwing a, you know, Tasmanian devil temper tantrum and calling the person all kinds of names and every name in the book and telling them how they ruined their lives. You know, when they're really wanting to get all that anger out, everything, they just get it all out, you know, on the person that it's not their fault and they didn't do anything, and you know, they're just taking their anger out on them. You know, and this one is not that that big, but they don't want to admit. I mean, we all, maybe all of us, or many of us know about how they turn it around and blame the victim. And so they don't have to feel anything like, well, yeah, that wasn't so smart. No matter what, it wouldn't have been smart. It would not have been smart. But they're going to put it on the customer. And that is something very common where I live. Very. None of this is one size fits all. It's not across the board. It's not all of them. But it's very common. And quite often, they're not even paying attention. They're not listening. That's why I truly believe we had to go over this several times. Because they weren't listening to what I was saying. And I've known that the same, I guess you call her cashier, at the drive-through cashier, the same one, and this was two of them, somebody else had come up there, but she won't listen. It's like she's off in her own little dream world or something. Maybe she's texting somebody, as I call it, texting somebody in her own mind, and she's not paying attention to her job. That should not be pushed off on the customer because she's in la-la land and she's in texting land. She just won't listen. So, and it's not a language barrier or anything like that. She's just not listening. I mean, it does make me wonder why that place is hardly ever busy. It doesn't make me wonder. There's another place here that's hardly ever busy. It's a store. It's a big store, super store kind of thing. And they're never that busy, and it's because they have truly poor customer service. I have been in there when other people went off because they were so mistreated. I have been so mistreated. I don't go there anymore. I had forgotten about it during the 2 years I was basically at home. Had forgotten about how bad they were. And in 2 years, you think maybe they changed management, something like that. But no, because they were frustrated because it was their lunchtime. They didn't have any cashiers and all this kind of, no cashiers. And there were people in line. It was their lunchtime. And that's just how it is. Really? And no, it's not. And of course, the corporate office is all for them, so it doesn't really matter to them. Because district manager, well, if you could get a number, but they're buddy-buddy with them, so hey, I've been through it too many times. Anyway, I'm wrapping this up. I'll talk to you.